Morning, everybody. It's the day after Thanksgiving, so it is Friday the 29th, and you are watching Knitting in My Closet. I am doing knitting and cross stitch and other things as we go along, but right now that's what I'm doing. And my name is Raven, and yeah, so I'm sorry, my nose is really itchy. Okay. Today I have with me one of my cats. This is Toulouse. He's a snuggle monkey. Look at them, Toulouse. See that? Yay! There you are. um, he's quite loud though, so if you hear him hollering, that's because he wants attention from me. All right. So, it's very late. It's been 2 weeks since I did my last video, so a lot of things have happened, and I'm not going to remember everything. You know me, I have the memory of a grape. So let's start with finished objects. So first, sit down, sweetie. Sit down. Sit right here. There we go. I finished the green sweater. Well, it's not fully finished. I haven't woven in the ends and I haven't blocked it. But this is the sweater, and there's the collar. Not happy with this little notch right here, but I don't know, maybe when I block it I can block that out. But it came out really great. It's beautiful. It's very soft, and the fact that it's made out of cotton, it makes me very happy. So I'll show you that again when it's blocked. I'll actually wear it. Then I also finished, let's see, should have gotten this ready. I hear you purring very loud. Do you want to come say hi to the people again? I fully finished Winter Hair in the Rose Hips. Oops. Yeah, so I really like it. It's very pretty. I did have to take out, what did I take out? I took out some of the body around his face, because like up in here, because some of the for some reason some of the threads were crooked and it made it look funny, like he'd been punched or something. Anyway, so that's obviously finished but not fully finished, and I have lots and lots and lots more fabric on the piece, so I'm gonna make some other things on that. And is that the only? I think that's the only. I'm sorry, it's really cold in here. It was 24 degrees last night, and it is, well, when I got up, it was 30 degrees in here, and I think it's like 31 now. So it's still below freezing, but also I keep the fan on because I'm in menopause, and menopause blows, and yeah. So I got a bunch of, I went to Acorns and Threads, and I got, I think there's one missing. I don't know where it is. And I got this, which I think is adorable. I love chickens, and I'm doing chickens for my my kitchen, and I thought that would be cute. I don't eat eggs, but it's just adorable. And yeah, so got that one. They have a little, if you've never been there, they have a little 75% off bin, and I don't want to miss things, so I look through it periodically. And I got this one, which I think is really cute. I love the little sheep. It's cute. And then I got this one. Some people really hate houses, but I really like them, and I thought that was cute. And I love the fact that it has a little windmill and a lighthouse, a little church. And then I also got this one. It's not in the bag because I'm using it right now, and I'm absolutely in love with this one. Toulouse, what are you doing? And I'm actually already working on that one. And wow, that's really crooked. Jeez. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I've gotten pretty far. There's a mistake right there that I have to try and fix. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But, yeah, so I've got the sheep and one of the, cardinals, and then I'm working on this flourish of the vines or flower leaves or whatever it is. And what are you doing, monkey? Okay, so then I also got, and I got all the yarn, all the called for, this is the first time I've ever done this. I got the called for threads. It only uses one DMC, and I've never used anything but DMC before. So I got all of them for this, and yeah, so I'm actually using Weeks Dye Works for this. And I mean, it's a little expensive, but I absolutely love the variegated look, so I'm into it. And then I also got all that I would need for the one that I showed you last time, the flying lessons, which I'll put, no, by the way, here. God, I'm terrible at this. Okay, I'll put it right here. I didn't bring it in here with me, but I got all the called for thread for that as well. Okay, and so then since we're talking about works in progress again, I went through some boxes, and I found this, and I had cast on at some point. It's all tangled now. I have no idea what this was, or was it supposed to be? Not a clue. So I'm just gonna unravel that, and yeah, get rid of that. So because I haven't a clue what it is. In fact, I'll just take that off now. Okay. Whatever it was, I was using size 8 needles. Okay, and then I got the November Sleeping Bear yarn company or yarn club from Wool and Honey, and that is the most incredibly beautiful blue. Isn't that beautiful? That is amazing. And this one is by Ply Yarn, I think. Pancake and Lulu Yarn. Ply Pancake and Lulu Yarn. Not really sure. Anyway, it's just stunning. I love it. And the sock pattern that came with it is this one. And I actually like it. It's kind of a basket weave. And my husband's in the other room, but I think I might make these for Christmas. And it came with, the little stitch marker. And I think this is lapis. What do I do with the card? No, that's not the right card. What they do is they send you the card for the next time. So the next time I'm going to get the Snowy Owl yarn, which is awesome because I've been looking at that on their site. It's just really pretty. Really love that. And then, okay, I have to know my stomach's a little upset, and that's because I'm drinking my husband's coffee and it gives me indigestion. But it was a weird morning this morning. I was like totally out of it. Okay. And other acquisitions. I ordered some fabric, some cross-stitch fabric from from Amazon, and it came in like this bundle. So I've got cream and white and I should hold it up a little better. Got cream or beige, sand, something like that, white, gray that is kind of greenish, black, and navy. And it came in a bundle. I think it was like, I want to say $20. So it's like it's a half yard each. And I know a little bit more. I don't remember. But if you'll hold on, I will look. Excuse the little clickies. Oh, yeah, it was actually less than that. Huh. Okay, so it's 5 pieces of, it's actually slightly larger than a half yard. It's 19 inches by 58 to 62 inches, and it was only $17.99, so totally worth it. And if you're interested in that, I will leave a link for it down below. And then I got some Christmas presents. Okay, I went to, wait, let me bring the camera back. Okay, I went to Value Village, and I'm going to rip this bag. And they had yarn, some blue yarn, which I'm going to use to make my, should I call her my cousin or my cousin-in-law? My cousin's wife. She wants some. I asked what everybody's favorite color was, and hers was blue, which also is mine. But I'm gonna make a cowl. I'm gonna make it. God, I'm terrible. I'll put it right here. Oh, actually, I will not, because I'm going to direct them to these videos. So I'm making something out of this. Then my uncle, his favorite color is dark green, and so I found these. And I won't tell you what I'm going to make out of it. But they also somebody had dropped off some cross-stitch stuff, and so they had this. It's cross-stitch fabric, but what it is it's like these. So it has a square patch in the middle that's cream, and then it has these colors. They had all 3 of them. They had yellow, blue, and green there, but I only bought the blue. So not sure what I'll do with that. Something for the kitchen, probably. And then somebody had, as I said, brought in their cross-stitch stuff and a bunch of sewing stuff. So I got some zippers and some elastic. And then what I was happy about was that this is it's like a jacket zipper or a heavy-duty zipper, and I want to use that for a tote bag. And then this is the beeswax for your needles. And I mean, the thing was $3.99, and I got a bunch of stuff in there. And there's some, I think, red leopard. Oh, I thought it was elastic. It's not. It's even stupider. Okay. Red. Oh, are those flames? Oh my God, it's flames. It's black and red flame shoelaces. Yeah. Okay, no. Oh, but it's got some floss in here too. And some other weird crap. And then, oh, I found this really pretty piece of fabric, which I'm going to use for a work blouse. All right, then let's talk about this. I have figured out what I'm going to do about this. I am going to take out the I-cord binding, and I'm going to make it bigger. Now, Knit Picks doesn't have this yarn anymore, but I did find someone on Ravelry who had 2 skeins, so I bought them from her, and they are on their way. Then I'm going, as far as this bump goes, I'm going to try and block it out. Ignore my phone. And then, wow, is that all I have today? No, there was a bunch of stuff, but because it's been 2 weeks, I've completely forgotten. Oh, yes, I remember. Okay, the reason why it's been 2 weeks. Because last week we went out to the area where I'm going to be practicing law, and we looked for an office. And so Toulouse, what's up? What's up? Come here. Well, come here. Come over here and show them your pretty face. Or not. Here's his tail. Oh, there you can see an ear. Okay, so we went out there and we drove around. I had misunderstood the directions from that my the consortium administrator had given me for where the courthouse was. I thought he said it was in Lincoln City, but it wasn't. And so had planned to go and look at some places in Lincoln City, but it turns out it's actually in Newport. So we drove around and looked at various different places, and one was it used to be a tanning salon, and well, first of all, it was very expensive. They wanted, I think it was like $1,600 a month for it, and no, okay, just no. And second, it was very dark. It had dark paneling, and anything that was painted brown, which, okay, no. And it had a linoleum floor, which I didn't like. And yeah, so that one wasn't good. And then we went over to one that we saw a sign from the street, and we drove over, and it looked like it might have been, it obviously had partitions in it at some point, because of the way that the floor was. And they had taken up the floor, so it was going to have to be replaced. And that one they wanted $1,300 for. It's just too expensive. So she directed us to another one when we went over to talk to the landlord. And they directed us to another one that was, I don't know, 4 blocks away or something. And we went over there, and it used to be, I don't know, a real estate office or something. And we actually went and looked at 2 in the building. One was had been a it was a mental health nurse practitioner, and then the other one had been like a real estate or, I don't know, investments or something. And we looked at both of them. One was much bigger than the other, and they were both the same price. And we chose the bigger one. It actually has 4 offices in it, one of which will obviously be our reception area. And then it has this kind of, breaks out into this wide, I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of a wide area where you could put like a little couch and a little table, and then it leads off, and there's 3 other offices and a kitchenette. So it was definitely in our price range, and so we rented it, or we filled out the application, and then we went out and we went to a pub, and the most wonderful thing about it is that the city of Newport is a beach town, and it's an Oregon beach town, so it's like super eclectic, and it's got some amazing, marvelous seafood restaurants and things. And we walked around some, and we went to a restaurant. We drove to Lincoln City because I needed to go to the bank, and so we looked at all the different things that were along the route, and it's just so beautiful out there. And then when the next day I had forgotten to send them something, or my ID, I guess. And when I did that, and then um, a couple hours later, they called me and said that I had been approved for the office. So I have an office now, and I was super, super, super excited. And the only thing is that I'm not really happy with the color of the interior. It's yellow, and I'm not a yellow person. So I don't know if we're going to repaint that or not. But it's, I actually have an office. And so I looked at the map when we got home, or the next day, after they told us that we had it. And because it's really close to the beach, we could actually see the ocean from where we were. Um, uh, when we drove up, you kind of drive up this little hill, and then it's kind of a dead end, and so you go into the driveway, and so when we're up on the top of this hill, we can see the ocean, and um, we could actually see the waves crashing, so we knew that that was the beach. So I looked up online, and it's 6 blocks to the beach, which means I can run on the beach. And it's also, I found out by looking at the map that it's on a little peninsula, and it's 6 blocks to the ocean in one way and 6 blocks in the other direction. So, it was so, I was so excited. I was so, so happy. And Walt is happy because he can get a boat. Obviously not right away because we don't have any money, but he'll be able to get a boat and he can go fishing. And until we buy a house, because we want to buy a farm, because Walt wants to be a gentleman farmer. He wants to be a gentleman farmer. So, but until that happens, until we can buy the farm, he's going to be my reception person. And once we move out there, because we're obviously, he can't do that while we're still here because he works. But he doesn't want to be in the veterinary field anymore because it's just too hard on his body. So, so we're doing that. And then, what else? We probably aren't. I'm gonna also get. I'm probably also gonna get a small apartment there because I can't drive every day. The 2 hours each way. It's too hard on me. I did it when I was in graduate school, and it was awful. And I constantly wanted to just skip school, and I don't want to have that feeling with work. And so they told us about an apartment, and unfortunately we couldn't see inside because it's still occupied. They don't know exactly when the person is going to leave, but so I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll be staying there during the week and coming home on the weekends. And that will probably last until May or June because we need Walt to work at his job for a while I'm still establishing myself. And so that is our big news. And another good news is that the cat that we have that is elderly, that is, she's been incontinent and she's been really sick and everything. And she can't groom herself properly because she's just too old. And so she's got a lot of mats on her. We have every week or two, I guess every 2 weeks or so, we end up having to shave mats off of her because she will not let me take them off and she won't let me brush her. So I can brush her for like 2 minutes maybe if I don't tug on anything, but as soon as she feels a tug, she runs away. And so we are going to she has been given some new medication and she's no longer incontinent. I feel so much better now that her tummy's got to feel better. But yeah, she has to be shaved today. She has a lot of mats on her tummy this time, but she's a little happier. She's not. She can control her bowel movements now, which I know that's way too much information, but she's been incontinent and she's been unhappy. So it's gotten so much better, and she's just happier. And so, yeah, I'll introduce you to her at some point. But little Toulouse is spoiled. He's a spoiled, rotten baby. And yeah, so the other good news, or I don't know, you might not find it good news. I am going to be doing Vlogmas. Wow, you can see a lot of crap in my closet. Let's do it like that. That's better. Okay. It's not all that better. Okay, it's a little better. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. So in 2 days on December 1st, I will be putting up some shorter videos at night of the things that we're doing. And we have a Advent activity calendar. So like we're going to go and find a tree, and we're going to make gingerbread, and we're going to do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so I'll be vlogging that stuff. And also I want to run on the beach. I want to run again. So it's absolutely freezing outside in the morning, so I don't know if I can do that. If I find my gloves, I'll do it outside. Otherwise, I'll go to the gym, because when I run and it's super cold, first my nose runs constantly, but my hands get so cold that they really, really hurt, and I can't do that. So if I can find my gloves, I'll do that. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the gym. And so I will take you along on our little adventures of cooking and Christmasing, all that kind of thing, and the decorating and all. And we are also, oh, no, not we are also, but yesterday, let's see, for Thanksgiving. Oh, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Got to spend it with friends and family, or by yourself if you wanted to, whatever. We did it by ourselves this time, and next year we'll be going to Wisconsin to visit my aunt. But I made a not pumpkin. We didn't have pumpkin pie because it's only us this time, so we only made one pie, and we made pecan pie. And I made cranberry orange bread, and we had this is my husband's favorite holiday. So we bought an enormous turkey because he loves turkey, and so we'll have it for, I don't know, a year? No, there's a lot of freaking turkey. So there's the turkey, and then we had roasted potatoes, and then I made gravy from scratch, and he likes boiled turnips. I don't like them. I'll eat them raw, but I don't like boiled ones. So it's that. And then we were going to have a couple of salads, not a fruit salad, but a berry salad, and then an arugula and roasted pumpkin salad, but there was just too much food, so we didn't make that. We had Brussels sprouts, and he made stuffing, and I can't stand it when stuffing is put inside the bird, so because it gets too mushy, and I don't like slimy wet bread, so that wasn't good. We had cranberry sauce, and then we make a marinated salad that is traditional in my family. We've been doing it since I was a kid. It's marinated artichoke hearts and mushrooms, olives of various different kinds, tomato, avocado, and onions, and we let it marinate for at least 24 hours, and it's super, super good. So we had that, and then, so I think that's all. Yeah, that was plenty, and now our refrigerator is absolutely packed. But I am on a diet, so I'm not eating any leftovers. I'm doing some juicing and smoothies because I'm going to be starting to run again, and I need a different type of energy. I need it to be clean. The only thing that isn't clean that I'm eating today is the coffee, and honestly, this stuff is like tar. Um, so yeah, so I'm having the Disgusto coffee. And I guess that's it for the day. Um, God, my husband and I are also doing an Advent calendar, but we don't do like those tiny little chocolates and things like that. What we wanted to do was like a small gift, and then something overcame my brain, and I did lots and lots of big gifts. He doesn't know yet, and he's gonna be really mad. So I got him a bunch of stuff, and because I buy things like patterns and yarn and stuff throughout the year, and so I have plenty of stuff. I don't need more stuff, and um, I feel like there was things he needed or wanted, and so I decided to. Some of them are handmade, and some of them I bought, but yeah. So that's it for today, and I will see you in 2 days when we start Vlogmas, and let me know in the comments below. Do I have anything? Oh. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I haven't gotten any comments for any of these things. So this one, the poncho, is going to go for some stuff next year. I realized I'd forgotten that this was a PDF. And so I actually can't give this away. It's not transferable. I still can give these away, but nobody has asked for them, and nobody wanted this. So I will, if you want this, write in the comments below. I'd like to stitch the tree skirt, and I will send it to you. Everything's there. I don't know if there's a needle in it, but it has everything that you need. And except for the needle. I don't see a needle in here. And there is a hole in the bag, but I don't want to open it more. But otherwise it's intact. It does have a couple of cat hairs, and that's probably from here. But so if you want that, let me know, and I will send it to you. The other two are going to go, I'm going to set them aside for another time, and I will bring them out again. Obviously, I'm sure it's because I don't have enough subscribers. And speaking of which, if you would please subscribe, I would be ever so happy. Thank you. And you can find me on Ravelry at ThisFitKnitter. You can find me on I have two Ravelry groups. One of them is knitting, what is it called? I've forgotten already. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know. It's called oh yeah, I remember. It's called Fall is My Favorite. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Okay, it's called Fall is My Favorite. The other Ravelry group, which is this cross stitch group, is called It's Stitchin Time. And you can also find me on Pinterest. I think I changed it this time. Wait, let's talk about Instagram first. On Instagram, I am ThisFitKnitter, and on Pinterest, you can see all of my boards and stuff. I am. Oh no, I haven't changed it yet. I need to. Okay. I've been saving a lot of things from. I love the little Stampers Anonymous house mouse stamps. So a lot of them are that. I've been collecting all of them. They're so cute. I wish I could buy them all, but can't. And a lot of them are no longer for sale and things like that. But and I'm also saving a lot of recipes and cross stitch and stuff, so you can see it all. So let's put this back on the camera. Okay, so I hope everybody has a good weekend, and tell me below what you're doing this weekend, what you did for Thanksgiving. I'd love to hear it, and I will see you on Sunday. Sorry about the cat hair. I'll see you Sunday.